Good morrow, gentlefobs and ladybeans. Yes, I know I'm missing hair, and I'm missing a tie, and I'm doing this video while listening to Junior MasterChef Australia. And that isn't because I've lost the will to care, it's because... why not? Don't always need to wear a tie now, do I? My subject for the video today is not going to be the fact that James Moore forgot to upload a video Friday, which I find utterly disgraceful, so I will be expecting a video of him watching Puddy Puddy for at least an hour. My subject for this video will be the new piece of legislation that David Cameron and his government buddies are trying to push through currently. Yes, chef! Oh, I wish I was 12 again. The new piece of legislation that David Cameron and his government buddies are trying to push through, which will basically mean if the police want to, they can read through your emails, read through your MSN logs, access every file on your computer, and check anywhere you've ever been on the internet. Shiny chin. So first, they made freedom of speech somewhat illegal by, if you record a video and you try and put it on YouTube and the government doesn't like it, they will just take it down, because YouTube lets them do things like that these days. YouTube is not on our side anymore, unfortunately. And now, the government is asking for full unrestricted access to every single social networking site you've ever been a part of, but the one concession they did give you is that they need a warrant. Yeah, they also say they need a warrant to break into people's houses, but them breaking into people's houses without a warrant is hardly unheard of. Surely this just gives police more powers that they can abuse, you know? All it takes is one drunk guy to be all like, yo, this family really annoys me, and I don't need a warrant, I'll just say I've got one. Give me a... I know I sound like Weeble from Weeble and Bob, but please don't judge me on my drunken policeman accent. Just give me access to all their files, and I'll work through them myself. And bam! One request to the ISP, and he has everything about you he could ever possibly want. One other thing that David Cameron really didn't think through when they decided to start pushing this bill forward is, how much memory would it take to store everyone's history of everything forever? How much do you think it would take, Alan? Guess, in gigabytes. They have worked out, this is Alan by the way, I'm not pointing to the cabinet, he's the waving thing. They have worked out it will cost each ISP £2 billion to do it for 10 years. Because they've worked out it would take over 1,200 terabytes. Which is a lot. It's billions, isn't it? It's billions, it's lots and lots and lots and lots. Okay, you can. So imagine it, you're sitting there on Windows Live Messenger, because you still use it for some reason, and you receive a voice clip from your friend. You play it and it's him listening to music in the background, and he's talking, saying something in a really weird American accent, such as, dude, I just played Call of Duty, and there were loads of, like, British people on there, and I, like, pound them. I got the noob tube, and I got the flamethrower, and I just, like, badoosh. But because he's listening to copyrighted music in the background, all it takes is for one person in this whole legal chain of people who are going to have your files to look at that and think, he sent some copyrighted content there. I think we should let our brothers in the US know that he's a terrorist and a pirate and deport him off for lots of fines and lots of years in prison. So, now that we're all being surveyed by Big Brother, and we're all technically terrorists, here's my question for you. Every single terrorist in history has been stereotyped to be wearing some sort of fashionable clothing. You have Attila and the Huns all wearing their wolf pelts and funny hats that look like tents. You have the stereotypical Asian terrorists, where whenever someone draws them, they draw them with a turban, which is horrifically stereotypical. But considering we're all now British terrorists, hiding under the guise of a camera, what gear should we wear to signify ourselves as what we are? I think because we're British, and apparently we're terrorists, we should have a bowler hat with a skull and crossbones on the front. Or maybe... I've already got a top hat.
Sitting on my bench is the cream and your
Top hat with the British flag on it.
See? I've already got a top hat. My problem is, it makes me look like Willy Wonka. Come into my factory, little boy. But yes, you get the idea. Anyone who isn't a discussable? Like a cat with a cat toy. Anyone who isn't discussable, please put the answer to your question, well, my question, in the comments below. And anyone who is discussable, I will be expecting an answer and a reason why we should have whatever you've suggested during your video. If you bother making it. Friday, James. And Wednesday, James, if I see you in bed one more time, I'm going to send a really, really fat person to blackmail their way into your bed, and then they break it on purpose, and then they're going to go to the loo and use your cats as toilet paper and loofahs. You have been warned. I understand how creepy it looks with the top hat, 'cause I look like the child snatcher,